Very good morning to the students of class 8. I welcome you all to this new class for social science. Children, as we all know that we are on the first chapter of history, which says how, where and when. So in this chapter, since we are revising this, I will keep on informing you what the chapter has to children tell about, and then we will be revising the chapter in a very nice and a different way, where you need not get to hear that boring content in a very long way, but yes, we will discuss, and then you will get to be clear with the concept what the chapter has to tell you. So beginning from beginning, children, let us recap what we have done. How important are dates? Then we did which dates, children? Then we did how do we periodize in the previous class. So now, children, we are going to start with what is colonial. Children, you all have been gone through that colonial time where the establishment of the East India Company started taking place. So what is colonial? To make you understand with, I will start with by reading the chapter, children. You will come to know that how British had this feeling to conquer. We all hear this colonial empire was in Africa, colonial empire was in US, colonial empire was in France, in India. So all these colonial terms are related to the conquering power of the British. So by reading this chapter, you must have gone through that British came to conquer the country and establish their rule. Simple. Then subjugating local Nawabs. Subjugating local Nawabs, here this word means that keeping them aside. Do not, the Britishers did not hide these Nawabs completely because they had to build that rapport with them. So subjugating Nawabs means giving them a very lesser power, lesser control. Then children, how they established control over the economy, society, collected revenue to meet all their expenses. Like I explained the chapter where we saw the Bengal, the plantation of indigo was started because of the East India Company. Pressure was put on indigo planters, isn't it? So children, this is this whole situation was ultimately due to the Britishers, where when Diwani rights were taken by the Britishers, they started taking revenue from Bengal only, and they purchased every single commodity from that Bengal revenue. So this was in their mind to have that great business and earn maximum profit from our country, exploiting our country's resources. In nutshell, children, to make you understand. So the motive was coming to country to rule, to trade, exploit our resources, send them back to Britain, children. Collecting revenues from our country, children, to meet their expenses. All their expenses were made by our collection of revenue, children. After that, they bought the goods at a very, very cheap and very low prices, but they sold it at a very high prices. Then they produced crops only which they needed for their export. And then children, you will understand the changes that came about as a consequence. Children, whenever a person tries to dominate you, children, you will get to do that pressure, that work under pressure once, twice, thrice, 4, 5 times. Then you will stop. Then you will ask that person, no, I will not do. So all these pressurized situations, all these exploitation, then taking all the territories under their control, all these gave an adverse impact to the Britishers, children. Then you will get to learn, children, in the further chapters also about changes which British rule wanted to bring in India. Like in the previous class I told you, they did not consider us to that level, children. So they thought to civilize us. They wanted us to learn more. They wanted us to be civilized because we were not of that high level according to the Britishers, children. Then, children, we will see this, that the customs, the practices, everywhere, children, these Britishers wanted to bring in change. They wanted to abolish so many social practices, children. Then when the subjugation of the country by another leads to these kinds of political, economical, social and cultural changes. It is referred to as colonization. Children, colonization is just not coming and trading and capturing. It talks about all these aspects, where you rule, where you capture, where you conquer the territories, where you take all the revenues, where you buy the commodities at very low prices, then children you sell them at a very high price, then children changing our social practices, cultural practices, then bringing in lot of change, all the alternatives, the changes in education system, all these things children together are collectively called as colonial. So children, I will take up this topic only, colonial, as it is we are revising. We will go just topic by topic so that we people are done with the content very nicely, and I am sure that you people are going to learn this content and have retain this, you will retain this content in your head forever, even if you take this book and read the chapter after 2 months. Right children? But you don't have to do that. You have to just listen to the teachers which are teaching you. Just follow the guidelines and here you go. You are done with the concept. You are done with your work. You are all free. You are not lagging behind anyone, children. So please go through the chapter, children, and prepare for the next class. Till then, see you all. Bye-bye and take care, children.